Marquez thought about riding around the outside of Rossi at turn 12, brave in the extreme. That would have been, he rides around the outside of him at turn 3. Marquez thought about riding around the outside of Rossi at turn 12, brave in the extreme. That would have been, he rides around the outside of him at turn 13. Instead, he absolutely mugs Rossi on the outside. Rossi looks really close.
Marquez has scored!
Rossi was.
And what about this last row, Matt?
Rock Parks. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. It's Valentino Rossi in 26th place. Although we saw Rossi getting instructions from the officials that Cal Crutchlow will be starting next to him.
.489 miles. The talking has stopped. The championship will now be decided out on the track.
And it's a dream start by Jorge Lorenzo from pole position. Look at Valentino Rossi streaming up the inside down into the first corner. It's going to be 99 Lorenzo though that leads the way from Danny Pedrosa, who's come through from the second row off the grid. There's Rossi trying to find his way back through the field. He's already up the inside of a few riders. Rossi now up the inside of Loris Baz at turn number 2. Lorenzo though leads the way. Rossi siding his way through the field.
Wow, right-handers. There is a Valentino Rossi. Right behind, right in front of him is Yoni Hernandez.
Sainzo leads over the line at the end of the first lap. Valentino Rossi then down in 15th place. He's about to move up the inside of Nicky Hayden, the 2006 world champion. Hayden will run out a little bit wide. Rossi can't find a way through on that powerful Pramac Ducati. Rossi will finally make it stick up the inside of Hayden down into the mid-Durham corner. This is where the championship was decided between the two of those back in 2006.
Oh, it's pretty hectic there for Valentino Rossi trying to carve his way back through the field. There he is, 46. He lost the championship here 9 years ago. The front.
Rossi having real difficulty finding a way through on number 68, Yoni Hernandez. No way through there as they run down on the brakes. There is no Rossi, brilliantly late on the brakes. He's finally past the South American and now up into 14th place. Whoa. And he's up the inside of Bautista as well. Super aggressive from Rossi. He's on the charge.
Rossi on the charge up the inside of Alvaro Bautista.
Set the fastest lap at 1:31.416. Rossi in the slipstream of Stefan Bram's Aprilia. Rossi picks up one more place down into the brakes at the first corner. Valentino Rossi now up into 11th place. He's on the fringe of the top 10. Next in sight is Michele Pirro.
He is a man on a...
Down in 11th place, but he's over 5 seconds back of the... This is where he picked off Hernandez on the last lap. He's up the inside of another Ducati on this lap. He dispenses with Michele Pirro at turn number 8. This is where Rossi went down in qualifying yesterday. Rossi then inside the top 10 for the first time.
Now two Hondas.
Iannoni's down.
Andre Iannoni has crashed out. And that means that's another place for Valentino Rossi. Iannoni has crashed out of the race. Danilo Petrucci. And as Rossi got past Bradley Smith, listen to the crowd. You know he has.
Yeah, Rossi's been brilliant on the brakes going down into that turn number 8. He picked
another epic MotoGP battle in front of 110,000 people here in Valencia. Listen to the crowd. Rossi through on Petrucci, who runs it wide. Smith goes through as well.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had to work too hard, did it, for that move on Danilo Petrucci. Petrucci had a good long look over his shoulder. Rossi then through into...
Ride with him. This is where he likes it. He's up the inside. Listen to the crowd. Valentino Rossi has passed. They touch. Him and Paul Espargaro touch elbows. But Rossi has made his way through.
Well, he had to be aggressive coming from the back of the grid. That's exactly what he has been.
Across the line, Marquez had pulled back another tenth of a second on Jorge Lorenzo at the front. There's Dovizioso, there is Alessio Spargo, and Valentino Rossi is through this time. And the crowd go wild, and this time he has made it stick, coming out of turn 5 up towards 6.
Brilliant move by Rossi on the brakes underneath Andrea Dovizioso, one of the hardest men to pass in this MotoGP field. He's got the grunt of that Ducati coming out of turn 6 and turns number 14. He's a great late breaker, is Andrea Dovizioso. Not late enough though to hold off Valentino Rossi. The crowd go absolutely crazy in the background. Rossi then inside.
Rossi will cross the line any moment now. Valentino Rossi now just has to hope that the Hondas can catch the man. Pol Espargaro, Andrea Dovizioso to Pol Espargaro in front of Dovizioso.
Marquez, here is Rossi up through turn number 2. Pol Espargaro is leading the train behind Rossi.
Marquez will wait for Valentino Rossi to arrive. This is a lonely old sad ride at the moment after a brilliant race by Valentino Rossi.
Yeah, Dani Pedrosa on that lap number 23. Yetes is under 3/10. The gap between Marquez and Pedrosa, it's come down yet again. So this is now a three-way fight for the victory. What a second half to the race for Dani Pedrosa. You can hear a pin drop here in Valencia. There's 111,000 fans here.
It is amazing. This is motorsport at its very, very best.
Dani Pedrosa's taken second place from Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez tries to fight back. Lorenzo out a little bit wide. Marquez back up the inside of Dani Pedrosa. The two Repsol Honda men fighting. This is Musington's held on by two Honda so far. Through turn number 2 is Lorenzo with a chip trophy.
Now he dips it into turn 12, 2015. MotoGP World Champion. 99 wins here in Valencia.
2015 belongs to Jorge Lorenzo. Joy and jubilation on one side of the factory Yamaha garage. It'll be contrasting emotions on the side of number 46. Valentino Rossi comes over the line. He put
the
up a great
talking
fight,
has
but Rossi
stopped.
is not the
The
world
championship
champion.
will now be decided out
Rossi
on
crosses
the
the line.
track.
And it's a dream start by Jorge
Second in
Lorenzo
the
from
world
pole position. Look at
anybody else.
Valentino
And that
Rossi
was the
streaming
ride
up
of
the
the world
inside down into the
champion. That
first
also was
corner.
the ride
It's
of
going to
the
be
world
99
champion.
Lorenzo that
Brilliant,
leads the way from Dani
brilliant
Pedrosa,
by
who's come
Valentino
through from the
Rossi.
second
But he
row
has
of the
long
pit. There's
riders
Rossi
behind
trying to
on
find his way
point.
back through the
Has
field. He's
come
already up the
through to win
inside
the world
of a few
championship.
riders. Rossi now the inside
Commiserations
of
to
Loris
Valentino
Bassett
Rossi.
turn
He
number
really
2. Lorenzo Lowe leads the way. Rossi sinding his way through the field.
Wow. Right-handers. There is a Valentino Rossi. Right behind, right in front of him is Yoni Hernandez.
Lorenzo leads over the line at the end of the first lap. Valentino Rossi then down in 15th place. He's about to move up the inside of Nicky Hayden, the 2006 world champion. Hayden will run out a little bit wide. Rossi can't find a way through on that halfway crash. Rossi will finally make it stick up the inside of Hayden. Down to the middle. This is where the championship was decided between the two of those back in 2006.
Oh, it's pretty hectic there for Valentino Rossi trying to carve his way back through the field. There he is, 46. He lost the championship here 9 years ago. The front.
Rossi having real difficulty finding a way through on number 68. Yoni Hernandez, no way through there as they run down on the brake. There is Rossi really late on the brakes. He's finally
the talking has stopped. The championship will now be decided out on the track.
Super
And it's a
aggressive from
dream
Rossi.
start
He's
by
on the
Jorge
charge.
Lorenzo from
Rossi
pole
on
position.
the
Look at
charge
Valentino
on the
Rossi
inside of
streaming up the
Alvaro
inside down to the
Bautista.
first corner. It's going to be 99 Lorenzo that leads the way from Dani Pedrosa, who's come through from the second row of the grid. There's Rossi trying to find his way back through the field. He's already on the inside of a few riders. Rossi now at the inside of Loris Bassett turn. Number 2 Lorenzo leads the way. Rossi sliding his way through the field.
He is a man on a
There is a Valentino Rossi.
He's over 5
Right
seconds
behind,
back.
right in front of him is Yoni Hernandez. Sainz leads over the line at the end of the first lap. Valentino Rossi then down in 15th place. He's about to move up the inside of Nicky Hayden, the 2006 world champion. Hayden will run out a little bit wide. Rossi can't find a way through on that powerful climb out the
and that means
Rossi
that's
will finally
another
make it
place
stick
for
up the inside of
Valentino
Hayden.
Rossi.
Down
You
into
know
the
he has
midfield.
crashed
This is
out
where
of
the
the
championship
down
was decided between the two of those
and it's Rossi
back in
got past
2006.
Bradley.
Oh, it's pretty
Listen
hectic
to
there
the
for
crowd.
Valentino
You
Rossi
know
trying
he
to carve
has.
his way back through the field. There he is,
Yeah, Rossi's been
46. He
brilliant on
lost
the
the
brakes
championship
going
here
down
9
into
years
that
ago.
turn number
The
8.
front.
To go. Another
Rossi
epic
having real
MotoGP
difficulty
battle
finding a
in
way
front of
through on number 68. Yoni
110,000
Hernandez,
people
no way through
here
there as
in
they run down
Valencia.
on the brakes.
Listen
There is
to
a
the
Rossi
crowd.
brilliantly late on
Rossi
the brakes.
through.